Alright, so I'm back, and today we're going to take a look at the Super 7 Surf Michelangelo. I don't know what he was called. Now, like the Leonardo, this guy was my Michelangelo for many years. I wasn't able to get a real one. That's really stuck in there. Is that glued? I think it's glued. I was kind of hoping that would come off, because I always lost mine, like, instantly. Yeah, I had him a couple times. Because, again, he was the only Michelangelo that was available. He was like the shelf warmer. But anyway, he was my Michelangelo for many, many, many years. Always thought it was ironic, kind of funny that a turtle is wearing a wetsuit, but, hey, whatever. Yeah, so there he is. This guy does hit the nostalgia feels for me, unlike the Leonardo, who comes close and just doesn't quite do it. I always wanted this guy, and I always thought it'd be cool if everything was painted. I know I tried to paint mine up at one point, but it didn't come out as well as I hoped. But anyway, posability wise, his head is on the double ball peg like all the other ones. Left, right, up, down, little side to side. I'm not sure if I like this face, but he does have another option, just the smiling face. But I also haven't decided if I'm going to pop this one on my regular Michelangelo. Yeah, I've got options now, because they're same skin tone. He's all the way to the other end of the room, so otherwise I'd grab him. But yeah, so that's good. Shoulders are on Universal, so they go up to there and around, but like it's got the shark here, and it's really tight joints, so kind of doesn't really like to go all the way around. The yellow paint is put on real thick. So I'm going to imagine it's going to chip at some point. So just be mindful of that. Bicep swivel, bends at the elbow. Pretty good bend there. He's got another little shark on this one, on this arm. And then eel coming off the leg, crab here, some barnacles and stuff on the back. The belt is a softer plastic. But because of these canisters here, you can't really get his arm all the way down. This one gets pretty close to it because he just got this stuff molded on, but it's kind of weird. Wrist swivels and hinges up. This particular one hinges up and down. I think some of the other ones hinge in and out. We'll get to those in a minute. He's got the ball joint for the torso and the softer plastic here instead of the hard plastic like the Leo, so it's kind of like give and take. Universals, up, down, bicep swivel. All of these are fairly tight. Bends at the knee with a rotation right below it. Foot rockers and tilts. So, pretty good range of motion. All of his joints actually feel, with the exception of the shoulders, they all feel pretty much right on the money. Shoulders are just a little on the tight side. So, definitely an improvement over the Leo. Is like I said, his articulation and the joints are almost perfect. So for accessories, we already took a look at this alternate head. He also does come with his frame. This one does not stand up. I think they're just trying to still hit that nostalgia factor by having them. And it's got this attaches kind of what the rope is supposed to be that attaches to his ankle for a surfboard, but it looks kind of strange. So I don't know if the original toy came with something like that or not, because I can't remember. I just can't remember. It's been so many years. But anyway, so that's that frame. He comes with the surfboard. It does have peg holes for his feet, so you can just plug him on there if you want. And it does not really hold up very well. regular ones don't have peg holes, so it was kind of like I wish they did, so we can do like a figure stand for him. And then this we'll just clip around on his ankle, so he doesn't lose his surfboard. It's on there really well, but you guys get the idea. Alright, now he does have alternate hands. We've got 2 relaxed hands, or outstretched hands, however you want to call them. Pretty much the same fare that we've seen many times with turtles. He's got the gripping hands, much like the ones that are on him, but these ones swivel in and out. 2 fist hands. He's got... I have 2 of these. I think I lost the third one, because the frame has 3 of them on there. But I don't know what these are, so he's got 2 of them though. Little crab. I mean, some of those accessories are just gonna get put away. These 2 throwing stars. I'm pretty sure this pizza is his. Or it could have been Leo's, I guess. But with the anchovies, I'm guessing it's the surfer. It's a pair of sunglasses. These just kind of... Do they actually stick in somewhere? I don't think so. They just kind of sit. I kind of wish one of these heads had a molded in, because this is... I'm pretty sure the original toy had it molded in. Yeah. So I kind of wish that they would have had it just molded on instead of that. I mean, it's not going to hold on, and it doesn't look good if I were to just glue it. I wish it was just sculpted on there. Yeah. And then his worst accessories are his nunchucks. So it was like they're like, yeah, these things are going to warp if we put them on there, so let's just make them the gummiest plastic we can and just call it a day. And it's like, yeah, it's a waste of plastic here. I would never pose these with him. It's a bummer because the other one has metal ones, I believe. Like the chain is metal, so it's like you could have done that with hard plastic ones again. Or if you're going to go with this gummy plastic, put the wire on the inside. Then I could just like pose it how I want to and just have it. I mean, I don't know. It's bummer. So... all that being said, I think it's a pretty solid figure. I'm going to give him an 8 out of 10. I think one of the heads should have had the sunglasses molded on. And then I think these things should have had a wire in them, or use the chain and hard plastic, because the rubber plastic doesn't work. Because this isn't rubbery plastic. This is hard plastic. So it's like they almost have it right here. I don't get it. And which would mean they would actually have to mold these with a different mold, or maybe the same mold, but just a different. Like, the point of doing a sprue is because you get all the stuff all at once. You just get it all out. But this would mean that they would actually have to redo the mold for it, for just the nunchucks, for a different type of plastic, and it makes no sense they would do it that way. So I just don't get it. I don't get this at all. But anyway, pretty solid figure. If you're a fan of this version of Michelangelo, I would definitely recommend picking it up. Otherwise, otherwise, just kind of do whatever you want to do. If you're not a huge fan of this particular Michelangelo, then definitely pass on it. But if you grew up with it like I did, I do think it's worth the purchase. So, I guess that's all I got for him.